What's up, savages? Guess what I just did? I just got contacted for jury duty back in Virginia. Awesome. If only I gave a shit about our corrupt justice system, then I would totally be down. But since I don't, I'm gonna try to get out of this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Gfinity Thoughts. My mood is completely fucking ruined. Taco Tuesday's in the shitter. Jury duty. I can't believe it. I honestly thought it was a joke when my mom called me and she said, "Oh yeah, Scott, for the next 6 weeks, you have to show up." And I said, "No." No, I don't. I guess I never submitted that I moved to Illinois. Whatever. Anyways, friends, family, people of all ages, Gfinity was fucking crazy. Now, obviously, there's a lot to talk about with Gfinity. I'm going to do a couple video series on this. One's going to be basically talking about the fact that I love single elimination. Second is going to be this video right here, which I will be talking about basically the top 3 teams. And then the second is going to be the third is going to be all the upsets. And by upsets, I, of course, mean EG and frickin' Optic Gaming. But I want to take a little bit more time to go back, watch the video, and kind of give you like a better in-depth analysis of it. So, anywho, friends, holy shit, right? Formal, baby! Formal kicks ass! I've been saying it since frickin' Philly of 2014, whatever fucking year that was. It seems so long ago. I've been saying it. Formal can shoot with the best of them he can slay. He was literally waiting for the right pieces to kind of put themselves together. They only lost 1 game, and that was versus Optic Nation, who I thought was probably the second best team there throughout the entire weekend. But that's another thing. Big stories here. 1, FaZe. FaZe completely shocked me with everything. I wasn't expecting FaZe to make it out of the group play. They ended up going so far that they beat EG, which is the first time Parasite has beat EG since PAX Prime of last year, which is really crazy when you think about it, because, you know, he's an elite caliber player, but, you know, like, he has really struggled against EG at events, and he really stepped it up. I mean, he was doing very, very good throughout that entire series, so hats off to the guys at FaZe. But the one thing I will say about FaZe that I have noticed as a huge, like, a huge turning point was the fact that they let Censor take a little bit more risk now. I actually sat down and talked to Censor about this Sunday night before he, like, went and had, like, his little lucky spree in the casino, and I said, you know, the one thing I noticed differently, man, is, like, in Search and Destroy, they let you take risk. Like, you're taking those 1v1 spots, you're pushing up with the bomb, and if you see an opening, if you don't see, like, anyone coming cross, like, you'll push up and kind of go for it as well. And I think it's fucking awesome because you're a smart enough player to where you can see that coming. But on your previous teams, you know, you were Mr., you know, cautious, like, oh, here I am, L trigger. Which, by the way, the L triggering in this game, suicide. Oh my god, it is so not fun to watch sometimes. So that's FaZe, right? FaZe, really, really good. They beat the shit out of EG. Minus that game 1, and I was genuinely impressed throughout the duration of it. Next team, Epsilon. Epsilon, for me, dude, like, I didn't know who to really expect between TCM and Epsilon. I knew one of them would be in the grand finals. I think I said that in my prediction video. But, dude, like, Epsilon's good, man. Like, Swanee on Octane Dom is by far the best player, hands down. Like, you put anyone, you put Swanee against EG on Octane Dom, and I think Swanee makes him his bitch. It's so simple that so many people have never realized it, but you run a thermal, when you have C flag, you run a thermal on your Remington and you sit top broken or even push down to, like, Humvees if you really want to, but you take the elevation, you're forcing the other team to have to run incog and respawn. And if they don't, you get to have your way with them. That's why Swanee was so good throughout the entire duration of the weekend. It's fucking awesome to watch. I thought the whole collective of the team did very well. Tommy did either, like, really, really well, or he was like, bottom of the barrel. But I thought that matchup was really good. Now, last but certainly not least is going to be Team Envy. Envy, you know, I didn't know what to expect with Envy. I really didn't. Going into the event, I didn't get to watch a lot of Envy play. I just kind of could figure out, like, okay, JCap's going to be on the team. He's a little bit of a slower player. Merc's going to be a little bit slower now because of JCap. Formal should be the one who kind of runs around and does his own thing. But what I was worried about was when Formal was on FaZe, Saints completely polarized Formal. Which, what I mean by that is Saints was playing how Formal was supposed to be playing. So Formal had to adapt to do, a little bit more objective work, start focusing on the flag, start focusing around a different play style instead of, winning break, pushing through B, going right to enemy's home flag and just fucking slaying. Not worrying about going for the neutral, just fucking slaying and running around. That's not, I was afraid that he's lost that, but luckily for him, he was able to adapt to it very quickly to just be able to run around and kill whatever the fuck he wants. And I thought he put on a show throughout the entire time. I thought Merc, Big Baby, Joe DeLuca, Dick Swingin' played amazing throughout the weekend. He had like one bad search and destroy game where he went like 1-7, but besides that, dude, Merc, you really stepped up. And I know he's going to be like, oh, well, I've always been this good. I just needed the team. Fuck off, Merc, all right? You had a good event. Just embrace it. I love the ego, but just embrace it, baby. Just embrace it. But Team Envy looks really good. I think going forward, obviously they're going to be a contender. Like, you can't take that away from them now. But, like, the big story here, which is what we're going to lead into in the next video, is what's going to happen to Optic Gaming and EG, right? And I'll say 3 things as a tease, right? Before I close out this video. 1, predictable aches. 2, where is TP in search? Like, looking, right? 3, where the fuck was Scump? Where was Scump? And where was Proof? That's what I'm going to end with there because they were fucking missing besides like 1 or 2 games. Done. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I love you, but I don't love you. Take it easy. Jury duty. It's unfucking believable.